In Lekutei Sichos Chelik Hey, at the end of the second Sicha to Parshas Vayetze, which was the Likud that came out in the year of Tovshin Lamed and later was put into the Sefer Chelik Hey, there the Rebbe talks about the importance of Miftzah Tefillin. And then the Rebbe finishes off the Sicha by saying that this, meaning Miftzah Tefillin, will also be a hachana to the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, that after he will come, and only through him, and the Rebbe underlines the word him, there will be the Ketz HaGolas, the end of Golas, and only after that, as the Rambam says, is very clear, will start the Aschalta de Geula, the beginning of the Geula, in other words, not before, and only after that will be the Geula Amitis Vashlema, the real and complete Geula, and only after that, and only through Mashiach, will there be Kibbutz Golias, the Kodev Mamish Begolu the Dan, the gathering of the Golias. But not before that. This is the order, and it's based on the Rambam. And here you have Ha'orah 51, a long Ha'orah, it's almost a full page, where the Rebbe goes into the details that this is the order, the way it's supposed to be when Mashiach will come, the way it's going to be, and trying to describe that what's going on in Eretz Yisrael now cannot at all be considered as Aschalta de Geula, as the beginning of the Geula. And the Rebbe goes into a lot of details here, explaining how it's not Aschalta de Geula at all. Like the Rebbe said in the Pnim, that the Aschalta de Geula will only come after Mashiach is here, and then is the Ketz HaGolas, and then we'll start the Aschalta de Geula, and then we'll go the Geula Amitas Hashlema, and then will be Kibbutz Golias. So what's happening now, that even though a lot of Yidden are coming to Eretz Yisrael, and we have whatever we have in Eretz Yisrael, it's not Aschalta de Geula at all. And the Rebbe in the Ha'orah explains it at length. Now one might ask, what's it doing in the Sicha? Why is this long Ha'orah here in the Sicha, when the whole Sicha has nothing to do with this? So let me explain it. A lot of times, the people who wrote the Sichos prepare for the Rebbe to be Magia, if there was a certain thing mentioned in the Sicha, that the Rebbe had written this about this inyan someplace else, they would put it in. It should become as a Ha'orah. Because then, it's Take Ha'orah only because it's a side thing, but since he mentions that, they would put it in the Ha'orah. Now, in this inyan, that this is Dafke, the Seder of the Geula, and before that is not Kibbutz Golias, there's a long letter from the Rebbe to Harav Zevin, explaining to him how what's happening in Eretz Yisrael now is not at all, not even Aschalta de Geula, it's not at all connected to the Geula. Since that was a letter that was written, and we had the letter, so it was... The point was, and here the Rebbe mentions the difference, the Seder of the Geula, it's Kedai to make a Ha'orah, which is the Rebbe wrote it anyway, so it's not a big job, because there is a letter already written, and it was put in when the Sicha was given into the Rebbe as a Ha'orah to what it says in the Pnim concerning the Seder of coming to Mashiach. Even though it's a side matter, but why not put it in? When the Rebbe was Magia the Sicha, he was Magia this Ha'orah also. And what he really did, he changed the whole letter, he Kimat almost, I might say, rewrote the whole Ha'orah with new words, and he made it even sharper the way it was in the original letter written to Rav Zevin, added so many things, and made it much sharper and much clearer that what's going on now is not Kibbutz Golias, and it's not the Aschalta de Geula at all. And then when the Sicha was put into the Sefer, it became part of the Sefer of Lekutei Sichos, and it has this Ha'orah which was basically rewritten, even though the original one was written already by the Rebbe also to Rav Zevin, but this was rewritten almost completely. And if you look at it, you see how strong the Rebbe is against the inyan that was going on there should be considered Aschalta de Geula.